of things to come, judging by the latest warning from the World Health Organization, which notes an even worse catastrophe may be around the corner.
This pandemic has been very severe. It's spread around the world extremely quickly and has affected every corner of this planet. But this is not necessarily the big one. We live in an increasingly complex global society. These threats will continue. If there's one thing we need to take from this pandemic, with all of the tragedy and loss, is that we need to get our act together. We need to get ready for something that may even be more severe in future.
It's been almost a year since the WHO health emergency. Since then, more than 83 million people are known to have contracted the virus, and an estimated 1.8 million lives have been lost to the disease. But microbiologist Simon Clark says the outbreak could have been much worse.
This virus, although it's very infectious, it is not desperately lethal. Its mortality rate is not all that high, but it causes so many deaths by dint of the fact that it infects lots of people. And we've just seen how it can evolve into making a new strain that is even more infectious. And we are more connected globally, as you put it, than we were 20, 30 years ago. And I don't see that changing anytime soon. We will eventually get back to where we were.
So, not the big one from the World Health Organization, which is partially funded, I might just tell you, by Mr. Gates, Mr. Vaccine himself. Fascinating how we're not even out of the 2020 pandemic, and all of a sudden they're saying this isn't the big one. Always be wary of kind of reports like that, where people are saying, well, you know, there might be something else on the horizon, right? And if anyone wonders why I watch RT, that's because it's pretty unbiased. Yeah, it might be partially or wholly funded even by the Russian government, but so is the BBC, so is ABC and CNN in America. Every government participates in propagandized news. The reason why I watch RT is because essentially our media will not report on proper news. They won't tell you what's going on in Israel and Palestine. They won't tell you what's going on in Yemen. They don't want to touch that. They don't want to tell you that the UK and the US are funding Saudi-led campaigns to bomb Yemenis people who are already starving to death, and there's like 3-point-something million people about to starve to death in Yemen. Our media won't tell you that. That's why I watch RT. And I suggest you switch it on yourself, because it's always good to have many different perspectives of what's going on around the world. And I watch RT, I watch Al Jazeera, I even watch the BBC to see what the extreme left is pushing. It's a fascinating world we live in, but just be wary of that warning there from the World Health Organization. This isn't the big one. Bye for now.